What is up, guys? It's the Sound Alchemist, and I'm here with
Gersh1.
We're back at it to answer your questions in another episode of For the Greater.
Yeah. This is a video series where we answer the questions left by you, the viewer. If you have a question for us, simply comment down below. Put question in front of your question because we get to those questions first. And that is what
Shishi Bizzle said, or asked. If all the souls of the Eldar are consumed by Slaanesh, except for those who worship the Laughing God, then why don't all the Eldar worship the Laughing God?
Good question. The reason for that is you got to look at it from a historical perspective. In the beginning, there was multiple gods. Then the fall happened. Most of those gods ended up dying. Really, there's only 3 left. Cain, the Laughing God, and
the newest one that just got birthed.
Oh, so there's 4 because I was thinking Isha.
Yeah, she's still alive.
So all those people who had or all those Eldar that had the just rituals and the idea, the idea to worship other gods, stayed with their other gods or whatever. It's like praying to saints. Once you're devoted to one saint, you kind of usually pass that down to your sibling or to your children.
Right.
So that's really the reason why. And then in terms of saving yourself, the stone actually saves you.
Right.
So even if you are a Harlequin and you die, you get consumed by She Who Thirsts.
Hopefully not, though.
Right.
But, I mean, she's thirsty.
That's all going to change now, though. I'm pretty sure once they start bringing out the Eldar stuff. Has the Eldar Codex come out yet?
Yeah, it was like one of the first ones.
Oh. Well, that sucks. Next question.
This one is by Audio Sugar. Can the Emperor observe the material world? And if so, what keeps him motivated to stay alive in such a painful state, seeing everything he worked for become degenerated and perverted into this 40K Imperium? To me, this seems like 40K is so grim and dark that if the Emperor can witness everything, he could see mankind's potential being squandered.
Good question, and I don't think there's a definite answer to it, right?
Right. I mean, because he can communicate, and so he must know at least somewhat what's going on. He's a really powerful psyker, so yeah, a lot of his power is being kept to power the Astronomicon, but at the same time, he knew what was going on with, like, Goj Vandire, which is why he told the sisters what to do, why he wasn't in the right place and all that, so... Yeah. He also talked to Gilliman too, and so he sees what's going on.
Yeah, or there might be prognostications too. So like something that he has foreseen in like some dream state or something that he's in. Because that's what I would assume he would be in now that he's on the Golden Throne. He's just kind of like sleeping, taking naps.
Yeah. But I mean, I feel like this is something that he worked so hard to achieve. Mm-hmm. That even though it's such a grim, dark state, even though everything's so corrupted and whatnot, mm-hmm. there's always hope. And even though it's grim dark, there's always that one smidgen of light, of hope. So just because everything's all crappy doesn't mean it will continue to be crappy.
Yeah, he probably feels the same way then. Mm-hmm. Next question comes from Jorge Pantoja. What armies would the Primaris play if 40K existed in the 40K universe? Would the Emperor play Kroot?
I don't think he'd play the Kroot because they'd probably want to eat him.
Yeah. The Primaris would play Primaris because I feel like the Primaris are like egotistical jocks. Right?
It's like, yeah, look what I can do.
Look what I can do. Next question.
RG13. Can Primaris Marines, Adeptus Custodes, and Grey Knights defeat a Primarch in combat? No. Either together or one-on-one, there's no way they can touch a Primarch.
Nope. Next question comes from DOW234. Would you voice for Emperor text-to-speech device? Of course.
That'd be pretty cool.
They don't have English accents, right?
No, it's all mostly like
So they're probably American?
No, I meant like they are English accents.
Oh, so they're probably not even from...
Right. They're from the UK, I think.
Ah.
Yeah.
Have a cowboy rogue trader.
Yeehaw.
Yeah, I've noticed that like in the area that we live in, a lot of people say hi to you by saying howdy. Have you ever noticed that?
No, I'm gonna have to pay more attention.
Yeah. Next question comes from Rest at Peace. LOL. 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 What if the Emperor never rose to power? I think this time mankind will probably be the most reasonable race of 40k due to not racist propaganda. No. If the Emperor never rose to power, we'd just be in the Age of Strife. And
I think it'd be even worse.
Yeah.
Because, like, there were a bunch of warlords and they were all vying for basically the whole Terra for the world.
Yep.
And the Emperor was the one that was like, nah, I got this. And he, like, basically quelled everything down and everybody rose to his side.
Mm-hmm. I mean, you could make the argument that maybe, like, other human civilizations would have expanded and not Terra. But most of the human civilizations that existed aren't very... like, they tied themselves to machines too much. Mm-hmm. So that would have probably ended up getting corrupted. Next question. I got one from Sheldon Goodfellow. How are Eldar made/promoted into Phoenix Lords, and how powerful are they?
So first of all, they've got to follow the path of that said Phoenix Lord, like swooping hawks and all that stuff. And eventually you got to be like the main big man. And then you become Sheldon Goodfellow. Oh, sorry, that's the one we just did. Oswald, what sport do you think is low-key in the 40k lore? I think wrestling. Gersh, did you wrestle in high school?
I didn't wrestle in high school. I wanted to wrestle. Have I talked about this? I feel like I've talked about this before. I wanted to wrestle, but staying after school was like, nah, I'm not going to do that. Fuck that. Wrestling, I think, would be, yeah, because it's like a test of strength.
Yeah, I mean, not just, well, like, so basically when we were doing the whole Primarch stories and stuff, they would go to say that in these worlds where the Primarchs were thrown into, that they would be taught the arts, philosophy, wrestling, combat, swordsmanship. So yeah, wrestling is around. Yeah. Especially when you oil yourself up and wrestle other men.
Next question comes from All Might. What's your favorite orc vehicle?
Gorkanaut.
A Gorkanaut? I like Death Coptus.
They say Morkanaut.
Next question.
This one is by Walter Scherdinger. Do you guys think that 40k will continue to grow in popularity considering how hard Dawn of War 3 flopped?
That's actually a really good question, and I wish we would have read that and you made that like the main point. So we might do that next video.
Yeah, keep tight. Hold tight.
Tomorrow we'll answer that for you. Next question comes from Zach Zane. Will cheap 3D printing drive GW off business, or at least drive down model prices? Yes,
I think so.
A lot of people are saying like, no, like it's not gonna happen. Oh, it's gonna happen. Like, I bought a 3D printer. You could do some crazy things with 3D printing. Give it 10 years. No.
Not even.
Give it like 5 years, and I think like GW is gonna be feeling the pain.
Well, not just GW, but like any business, because like you can make toys, you can make adult toys, you can make anything.
Why'd you go to that?
That's the next thing that popped into my head.
Okay. But what's gonna happen? And I think GW is gonna try. They're gonna get nervous and they're gonna try really hard to just like strangle anybody that tries to use their things. So they're gonna hit you with copyright infringement, which is scary. It's scary to think about because any business, no matter like how open they are to like the public, at the end of the day, the business will try to protect itself. And I think 3D printing is just one of those things where it's like the new technology is going to kill businesses.
They'll go back to metal models.
Yeah. Even though 3D printing, you can 3D print in metal.
Yeah, that's true. Gold models.
Yeah.
Juan Machado. What would happen to the Imperium of Man if war suddenly stopped?
Korn would be pissed.
I feel like, because anytime, like even in the history of, the planet, anytime there's been war, it's kind of like given people jobs and like kind of boomed the economy a little bit.
Yeah.
So like that'll kind of
yeah.
I mean it'll kind of stop production of things.
Because you got to think about it, like the Imperium is not very technologically advanced, so it's like kind of like, what if America lost its main export or main business thing? I mean, it doesn't have one, so I guess. Well, okay, so look at a nation that really only is good at one thing. So like, the Middle East with their oil. As soon as their oil was conquered, look at the Middle East. It's all like destruction and mayhem. But for the Imperium, if they got rid of their main export, which is war,
and then go
back to war.
I mean, overall, it'll still be war. Like, if you take away war with like, say chaos is gone, and there's no Xenos left, and they're just gonna fight within themselves.
Yeah, you're right. It's like Russia after the Cold War, right?
I don't know much about Russian history.
But Red Sparrow, though.
I didn't see that one yet.
It's a lot of Jennifer Lawrence naked.
No. Did you see Mother?
No, does that have Jennifer Lawrence naked?
Well, I know she's in it.
Oh, no. I don't even know what that movie is. Last question.
Crombinator 008.
I like that name.
How come the Tau don't have a close quarter combat suit? Surely a crisis suit could uppercut a guardsman into orbit.
They sure do.
Yeah.
You like to play them.
Yeah. I mean, you could kind of make one for close quarters combat. So you could give him like an Onagir gauntlet, give him the fusion blades. Sometimes you can give him like
Farsight.
Farsight, yeah, that's one of the main ones.
Yeah.
But most likely we're not getting anything new. Just point reductions.
I don't know. Did you see my speculation video?
Starfire Nexus?
Startide
Nexus.
Nexus, yeah.
That's new.
Even though the more I think about it, the more I think it's just going to be like GW saying, oh, this is something that they've already been doing it. It's going to suck. Thanks for the question, guys.
Those were the questions for today.
See you guys tomorrow. Sorry, I cut your mojo.
No, yeah, we'll answer your questions tomorrow.
This was Gershwan.
Sound Alchemist, and we're out of here.